Today, we are going to predict the cutoff for General Teacher Examination conducted by JKSSB. Welcome to Approach Civils. Today, we are going to predict the cutoff for General Teacher Examination conducted by JKSSB in different phases. Before proceeding for the prediction, we would like to give you general information related to quality and seriousness of candidates who appear in the examination, because it always bothers aspirants that many thousands and lakhs had appeared in the examination. So, on the basis of denial hypothesis, in every competitive examination, only 26% of the candidates are serious candidates. There are 19% candidates who are appearing for the examination due to family pressure, and 15% of the candidates have been persuaded by either friends, family or societal pressures that they had appeared in this examination, and 40% of the candidates are casual candidates. You can say casual candidates because they are not serious about this examination. So the competition is only among the 26% of the candidates. Please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to receive updates. On the basis of empirical and scientific calculations based on the inputs of sample survey of more than 300 students, analysis of comments by aspirants on different social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp and Twitter, and the final source of our information is based on the technical analysis and sentiment analysis of aspirants after the conclusion of examination. This prediction is also clubbed with the level of papers asked in different phases of General Teacher Examination and analysis of different cutoffs in other examinations conducted by different boards like JKSSB, SSC, RBI, UPSC, JKPSC, etc. So let us discuss the level of questions section wise so that we arrive to a conclusion of cutoff for this examination. There were 120 questions in this examination, and on the basis of different sections, we have tried to analyze the question paper asked in different phases of this examination. First section was verbal ability. Second section was analytical ability. Third section was basics of computers. Fourth section was general awareness and current affairs. Fifth section was environmental sciences. Next section was geography, then history, polity and economics. There were 15 questions asked in verbal ability section, and the level of these questions were average because 12 questions in this section were easy questions and 3 questions were difficult. And JKSSB expects you to score at least between 10 to 11. Another section was analytical ability. 15 questions were asked in this section, and this section was tougher than verbal ability because in analytical section you have to do lot of calculations. In this section 10 questions were average questions and 5 questions were difficult questions, because in these 5 questions you have to apply lot of calculations and you have to understand directions, etc. And in this section JKSSB expects you to at least score 8 questions, 8 correct questions. Another section was computer section. This section was based on the basics of computers, and in this section 10 questions were asked, and among 10, 5 questions were simple questions and 5 were above average questions. And in this section you have to score at least 6 questions or 6 marks to figure in the selection list. Another section was based on general awareness and current affairs. In this section 10 questions were asked, and about 6 to 7 questions in this section were average questions and 4 questions were difficult questions. The board expects you to at least correct 7 to 8 questions or 7 to 8 marks. Another section was environmental science. This section was based on the NCERT book of 11th and 12th class. So about 6 questions were directly asked from the NCERT and 4 questions were based on current affairs, and the board expects you to correct about 7 questions. The geography section, from the geography section 15 questions were asked in the examination, and among these about 11 questions were average questions based on the basics of geography. So the board expects you to correct these 11 questions at least, because 4 questions were tough questions, and if you score between 11 to 12 marks in this section, you have done good in this portion of the paper. Next section was history. 15 questions were also asked in this section, and about 9 questions were direct questions based on simple facts of history. These questions were directly asked from NCERT, and about 6 questions were of difficult nature, and about 6 questions were of difficult nature, and the board expects you to correct at least 10 to 11 questions in this section. Another section was polity. 15 questions were also asked in this section, and about 10 questions were of basic nature, or you can say average questions, and it was essential for aspirants to at least correct these 10 questions from this section. Last section was based on economics. 15 questions were also asked from this section, and in this section 8 questions were average and 7 questions were difficult questions, because those 7 questions were not asked from any NCERT and were directly from current affairs or any basic book of economics, and the board expects you to correct at least 11 questions from this section. Now, on the basis of the question paper and other empirical calculations, we have arrived to a conclusion that if you have scored between 79 to 85 marks in this question paper, you will figure in the cutoff list. Approach Civils predict the cutoff for general teacher examination conducted by JKSSB between 79 to 85. Let us discuss the category wise cutoff for this examination. For open merit candidates, the cutoff will be between 79 to 85, and for RBA candidates, the cutoff will be between 71 to 80. For SC candidates, the cutoff will be 65 to 70, and for ST candidates, the cutoff will be between 65 to 72. For ALC candidates, the cutoff will be between 60 to 65, and for OSC candidates, the cutoff will be between 60 to 65. Thank you guys. Subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update from Approach Civils. Thank you.